everyone, it's QT. Before we start, I just wanted to say that my face at the top of this video was taken from when we were doing this live on Twitch, so I will be talking over it in the future. It will not match up. I am very sorry. I don't know how to record the gameplay with my face there, so I'm sorry if that confuses anybody, but let's begin. So we're starting off with Primrose's chapter here, and I cut out some of the bits where I totally failed. Even when the blade is held at your heart, faith shall be your shield. Words of House Azalheart. Prim's name is Primrose Azalheart. That is her family's saying. "10 years ago.
Funny how it works, isn't it? Everything that happens in this world falls into one of two neat little categories. Things one is better off knowing, and things one's better off not. Jeffrey Azalheart, I'm afraid you've been poking your nose into the ladder.
I have only done as my convictions bade me do. I have no regrets.
I thought you might say something like that. You're making this delightfully easy. Make sure he's dead. Let's leave this place before we're seen.
It's done. Huh.
I will never forget. Three men, each marked with the sign of the crow. One on his left arm. One on his right. And the last on his neck. Three men, foul scavengers, just like the bird whose mark they bear. They took my father from me. And I will never forget.
So what we saw there was a flashback to the inciting incident of Primrose's story. And now we're fasting forward to the future. Well, to the present, I should say.
Always the same dream.
I wish I had your confidence, Primrose. I couldn't imagine nodding off minutes before my cue.
How nice it must be to be the Master's favorite. Fine. Go on and keep your airs. Act as though you're better than the rest of us.
It doesn't change the fact that you're just another dancer in the sands, Primrose. Nothing but a kept woman, here to flatter the dignity of men who pay for the privilege.
I suppose you're right.
Shh, enough chatter. Master Helganish is coming.
Do I keep you women to titter here in the shadows? My customers are waiting for their entertainment! The opening act should be on that stage already. Now, get out there and earn your keep! What a bunch of useless strays. But not you, Primrose. You custom has increased tenfold since you stepped on our stage. But do not go forgetting yourself. It was I who groomed you for this role.
And I will be forever grateful for that, Master.
You were an ignorant girl when I picked you up. Completely useless. I've taught you everything you know. What happened to your sweet little smile? Who puts a roof over your head and food on your plate? Who bought the jewels that adorn your pretty neck? Who made you the most sought-after dancer in this dusty old town? It was me! Oh, me! You owe me, kitten. And I'll see that debt repaid.
Yes, Master.
Good then. Purr sweetly, and I may give you a treat. Don't dally when you're done with your show. I will be waiting in my chamber. I'll have you purr for me some more.
Primrose, it's your cue.
I'm coming.
Put your face back on now, kitten.
Yes, Master.
The tavern lies at the end of the central road, just past the bazaar. I mustn't dally any longer. So this is where we finally get in control for the first time, and I start by buying a better dagger for Prim, just because I was very nervous about whiffing the first boss encounter. And I thought, oh, if I have more damage, it will help me with that. It didn't end up helping whatsoever. I ended up actually losing that first fight, but I cut it out of the next video because I didn't want all you guys knowing that. But now you all know. I'm just saving you some time because I got very close to the end and then I
How are you?
failed pretty massively. But here I am. I'm just showing people that I cannot negotiate or navigate 2D, 3D spaces. And I'm showing you too that there are these brown signposts that you have to progress the story to get past. Just in case you're curious about what those are. So the game tries to keep you in one place until you finish a chapter generally, especially with the first ones. Hey, Primrose, get a move on.
Well, well. Faring well?
This is just me, not remembering if I have to talk to any of these specific people to progress the story. I don't. I remember this immediately after I finished talking to all of them, of course.
Hello.
But it does give me enough time to spot the chest in the upper left corner. But this gives us a healing grape, which is always good, especially when you're going into boss fights, to be able to heal, especially since we don't start with the healer until the next chapter we do, when we get Elfin.
There you
Kept
are.
us waiting long enough, Primrose.
Forgive me.
I was fixing my hair. It better have been worth it. You're our best chance at getting to eat tonight. Now you can see me try to fumble to not cut off. And I just decided to make it even worse. So I apologize. I will read that dialogue since you can't read it for yourselves. And the customers have been waiting.
I am ready.
Let the show begin. It's her. It's not much better on my streams, my actual streams. I'm so sorry I have to subject you all to these voiceovers. Watch over me, Father. That day I swore revenge against the men who took you from me. The three marked by the crow. My once proud house fallen. I left home far behind, following the trail. That trail has led me here. I heard one of them often passes through here on his travels. It was a small scrap of hope, but it was all I had. Until I find him, there is no disgrace I will not endure. Losing my honor is nothing compared to the pain of losing you. Father, I will not stop until I find the three and see justice served, and until I avenge you, I will dance. You are too old, too kind, and too handsome, I might add. Not bad, Primrose, not bad. Thank you. Look at your sandals. Seems you gone and broken a strap. Go back to the dormitory and fetch yourself another pair.
Yes.
Most happily. So what that cutscene just showed was great plot exposition, being like, why is Prim here? But also it serves later to show that she's not thinking about her dance, which is something that the master will bring up, that she was not focusing on the dance. But it's not something that's super plot relevant, but it's just, you know, little setting the scene. Hey. Papa, I'm gonna be in a play. I will be the princess and everybody will look at me. You'll come and watch too, won't you?
Yes.
Of course, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
Many thanks, my lord. How was that? And guess what, Papa? When I grow up, I'm going to be a beautiful dancing girl, the star of the stage. Dancing girl. That is a dream best forgotten. But why, Papa? Helena, my dear, you want to grow up to be a fine lady, yes? Like the princess you will play? Then it would be better not to say such things. Not in a town, not in this town at least. But what's wrong with dancing? It's so much fun.
What?
Look at her. She's beautiful. Hello, child.
Oh, come now.
Come now, Helena, this way. I'll tuck you into bed back at the inn. Papa has business to attend to this night.
Yes.
I suppose I should get back to my own work. A thorn? Someone fetch a handkerchief. Primrose seems to be bleeding, the poor dear. Perhaps she got a blister. She's always dancing oh so passionately.
Are you alright?
Prim?
Yes.
I'm fine. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Hey!
Don't you think that's enough already? Do you take such pleasures in others' pain? We're nothing but the master's playthings. All of us. And we all know what happens to the girls who displease him. Or have you forgotten? Beaten, half to death, and tossed in the gutters. Left for dead, sick and starving.
Stop that!
We all know well enough where we stand. We all know what he can do to us. Then why torment one of our own?
Many thanks.
Thank you, Yusufa, but there's no need for you to make foes on my behalf. Prim,
You.
what are you doing yowling back here? Sheathe your claws, it's time for work. Or do you think money flows into my coffers by itself? Get out there and collect your tips.
Wait a minute.
Not you, Primrose, you stay. What sorry show you gave today?
I think
Do you think I'm blind? One glance was all I needed to know your mind was not where it ought to be. I can see every thought in that pretty, empty little head of yours, and they were not on dancing tonight. You haven't forgotten your debts now, have you? You haven't forgotten who owns you. You know the fate that awaits you if you dare defy me, don't you, kitten? I'm warning. I can't do this voice right now. I'm warning you because I care, Primrose. I wouldn't want to see anything untoward happen to my shining star. And so you can tell we're doing this live.
Forgive me.
I'm sorry, Master. Forgive me.
The truth.
I simply remembering the first day I came here to you. Oh, were you now? Not a day, not a moment passes when I'm not thankful for all you have given me. Pray forgive my lack of focus today, Master. It will never happen again. Oh, my dear Primrose. I too often think back to the day you came to my door. Just imagining the sight of you dancing for me as sweet and innocent as you were, it tickled me so. And you met my every expectation. You have been my best investment. But tonight you have displeased me, and for that, you must atone. The crowd is looking thin tonight. Out on the streets with you, and bring us some customs. Custom with coin enough to cover a week's expenses. If you can do that, I may still go easy on you. At least, relatively so, kitten.
Yes.
You are too kind, Master. Bravo, Prim. That was a performance for the ages. How do you do it? I want to vomit every time I have to call him Master. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out collecting tips?
Are you alright?
I was worried about you. How's your foot?
What?
Here, use this. A handkerchief? Be careful out there, okay? And here we're learning about Prim's path action. Well, there's time to put on a different kind of show. And her path action is to alert people. This one looks to be the likely sort. So that means we can get people to follow us.
Excuse me.
Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhap you'd care to share it with me?
My apologies.
A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early on the morrow. It must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you can tell me more over a drink? I'd love to get to know you better.
Most unfortunate.
I am most afraid I cannot.
Excuse me.
I dance at the tavern just down the street. I'd be happy to put on a show. Just for you. Like I was saying, Prim can guide people. Well, not guide people. She can alert people, which means that you can basically take them wherever you want. And this is useful in this context here because we need to get this particular gentleman into the tavern to get his money, which is what Halganish was talking about earlier. But it's also useful practically where you can bring good fighters along with you if you're able to tempt them to join your party. Yes, that one's pockets look sufficiently deep.
Excellent.
Good work, kitten. You will be treated well tonight.
Many thanks.
You honor me, master. The seats are starting to fill. See that not a single cup goes empty.
Yes.
As you wish, master. I'm sorry, I cannot do Alganesh's voice, and this is my third time trying to record this, and it's not getting any better. Good evening, gentlemen. Oh, Primrose, you're looking more and more lovely each time I see you. It's been a while since we last enjoyed your company. Will you be with us long this evening? Ho ho. As long as you'll have me for him, my dear. Is that so? I'll have to give it some thought then. I'll see you again later.
Till next time.
And if that's all, I'll be taking my leave. Could it be? There on his left arm. The mark of the crow. How long have I waited for this day? Finally, you appear before me. This night, at long last, justice will be served. No! I can't let him get away.
You.
And where do you think you're going? So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten? Master?
I think
You wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customers before the night is through, now would you? Back to work, Primrose. I trust I don't need to repeat myself.
Put your face back on
You
now.
do remember what happens to wicked little kittens who cross me, don't you? This is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again.
Are you alright?
Prim, what's the matter? It's not like you to look all flustered like this. You don't have to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You sleep at the back door on the upper floor. You shouldn't get involved. You'll put yourself at risk. Look, Prim, maybe don't tell me what you're thinking.
Come on!
But that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side, and always will be. On my side? When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, You were always the one who stood up by me. You never say much. You're always so distant. Aloof even. But I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles. I know better than you I know you better than you think, Prim.
Deep down, you have a good heart.
A good heart? Yusufa. Thank you. Always was a woman of a few words. I wouldn't have it any other way. And so we're gonna head off and find this left-handed man, but the video is almost wrapping up soon. In fact, it's gonna wrap up after this cutscene. You will bring me the woman I need, won't you now? Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever is a man to do. I can't assure you, my lord. I'm doing all that I can. Helganish, we are friends, are we not? Friends take care of one another, yes? They do not disappoint each other.
Yes!
I will do everything in my power. I saw a fine dancing girl in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my own. So it is as I thought. Helganish knows him.
Listen to me.
Bring the woman to the place marked on the map. And Helganish, try not to keep me waiting.
Yes!
But of course, my lord. The map. And so we're gonna save and we're gonna wrap up this first video. I hope to see you next time, or I hope to see you on stream. Bye everyone!